Hello, it is Success Story Saturday, October 27th, 2017. Steve Sipress here, another beautiful sunset over the mountains behind me in beautiful Arizona. And let's see if I can make this quick and finish up before we completely lose the light. Today's Success Story, Ace is here, good seeing you. Today's subject of Success Story is an amazing Halloween entrepreneur, the one and only Tom Fallenstein, the CEO of Fun.com. But he started his meteorical rise to success with HalloweenCostumes.com. And what happened, this is a classic rags to riches, garage to superstar story where the family, the parents, both entrepreneurs by the way, Tom's two parents and his three sisters, had a little hobby business every fall. His mom would sew together some Halloween costumes, and they would sell a few out of their garage in Mankato, Minnesota, small town of about 55,000 or so. And, you know, word was spread and got a little bigger every year. Meanwhile, Tom went to college, and he was interested in computers. This is around the turn of the century. So really the, baby incubator days of what is now the amazing World Wide Web. There was almost no commerce going on the web at that time, but he went for computers and graphic design, and he learned how to build websites. And so when he came out of school, he said, I'm going to build a website for this little family hobby, temporary seasonal business that we have. Toby is here, great seeing you. And lo and behold, orders started coming in from all over the place, and they started selling like crazy. And Tom said that he kind of took that thing over with the website. He borrowed $5,000 from his parents to buy inventory. And I love his thinking. His thinking was similar to how I started my first multi-million-dollar business. His thinking was, man, I'm buying these costumes at wholesale, and if for some reason my whole thing goes belly up and doesn't work and I can't sell them, I'll always at least just dump them for what I paid for them on eBay or out of the garage or whatever. I'll be able to get the $5,000 back. So really not a risk at all. Instead, however, had wild success and did about $40,000 in business. So he was like, man, there I was in school and taking orders and selling like crazy. And then he came out of school and he kind of made it a real business thing. And he did $250,000 in sales. And as the story goes, as he tells it, that's because he shut off the website before Halloween and said, we can't even handle it. His whole family was running around like crazy, filling all these orders, and he said, that's enough, and he shut it down. Well, long story short, you can jet ahead till today. It's an $80 million a year business, about 90% of which is during the Halloween season alone. But he's put together all kinds of other things in place for Star Wars costumes and all kinds of other specialty things to try and get some money coming in spread throughout the year. However, Halloween being the second biggest money-making time of the year, I'm sure you know that, all business owners ought to know that, and hopefully you're capitalizing on it. Ton of money is being spent this time of year, and HalloweenCostumes.com, Fun.com, Shirts.com. By the way, I think Tom says he paid $1 million for the website at once the company was making money, and he just has such a great attitude and obviously knows what he's doing as an entrepreneur. He says whenever he has to buy equipment, he's like, buying $1 million piece of equipment is an easy decision. If it saves us $250,000, we know it pays for itself in 4 years. And if we're growing, it pays for itself in 3 years. Same thing with hiring people. He went from having no employees and then one employee to help him with the website to now he's got almost 200 full-time year-round employees and almost 2,000 during the peak fall time of the year. This is, again, in a town of about 50,000 people. He's employing 2,000 people. He's got a 200,000 square foot warehouse facility to run the business out of. And again, it's nearly $100 million business. Started from a garage by a kid in school with a $5,000 loan from his parents, proving you don't need a lot of money to start a business. You don't need a lot of experience to start a business. You don't need to have the world's greatest idea on earth to start a business. You need to take action. He talks a lot about that, and everything I've read about Tom, he talks about how people come up to him all the time, and I've got a great idea and a great idea. And, you know, I'm always saying it too. Jim is here, good seeing you. And I saw a lot of other names go by, so I apologize. I know a lot of other people are here. I say it all the time. You know, ideas make you feel good, but only action makes you money. Tom says the same thing. People come up to him all the time, have a great idea, so what? Take action. He took action. Now, another great lesson that he has to teach is what he learned from his parents being entrepreneurs. He says, you know, I watched my parents growing up, always solving problems, always looking to find the most efficient way to get anything done. Because that's what we do, isn't it? That's what entrepreneurs do. We see a problem and we solve it, and we look to solve it in the most efficient way. That's how we innovate. That's how we expand, how we grow, how we change the world. That's why entrepreneurs are the drivers of everything that's good in the world. And so, for those of you out there that are entrepreneurs, understand your kids are watching. And they're not learning from the words you say, they're learning from what you do. And every little thing is sinking in, and it matters. And Tom saw, right down to any detail, his mom or his dad having a problem, having a situation with their business, and coming up with a new way to solve it in an efficient way. And he says, that's just the way I work. I'm always looking to solve a problem in an efficient way. I'm always looking to do something quicker, do it better, do it smarter. Makes him a successful entrepreneur. Understatement. Again, $5,000 loan to an $80 million business in only about 13 years. Still a very young kid. Got a whole world ahead of him. And he's setting a great example for other entrepreneurs. Hope you follow that. Look him up. Learn from Tom. Do it yourself. And hopefully someday, fairly soon, for anybody watching, I can feature you here on a Success Story Saturday. And Ace says, but you didn't build that, right. I mean, that is the socialist view of things, like the Barack Obama and Hillary and all the socialists thinking, yeah, but, you know, you didn't pay for the roads, and you didn't pay for the bridges and tunnels, and you didn't pay for the internet, and so you don't get the credit for building a business, right? You didn't build that, somebody else made it happen. Like, here's the deal. Bottom line, socialist, hey, Barack and Hillary and the rest of you, everyone drives on the roads. Everyone uses the internet. Everyone goes across the bridges. But only the entrepreneur takes all those assets and puts them together in a new way and creates a business that benefits everybody, including paying your salaries. Because we pay taxes. We pay payroll taxes. The people we hire pay taxes. I mean, how do you think you make money? You pro-socialist government people that are totally clueless. So, yes, we did build that. We took assets that everybody's using out there, and we put them together, and we built a business out of it. So, of course, the ridiculous, know nothing about the economy socialists know nothing about it. But there's a great example, Tom Fallenstein, furthest thing you're ever going to get from a socialist. An entrepreneur, a capitalist, and look at all the good he's doing for all his customers, all his employees, his family, everybody that's involved with the thing. Hopefully you do the same. And Jerry says there were roads and bridges and water and electric all before government and income taxes. Exactly. You don't even need government for that. But regardless, whoever builds the stuff did not build the business. So don't listen to those ridiculous socialists telling you didn't build that. You absolutely did. And if you screw it up, by the way, you did that too. So hopefully you pay attention to what I'm teaching you here, and more importantly, as we learn from today's Success Story Saturday subject, Tom Fallenstein, take action on what you learn, make it happen. That'll do it for Success Story Saturday. Thanks to Ace for the input and everybody else being here live. Thanks to all the likes, shares, anything else. Thanks for being here on the replay if you're watching there. And I'll be back, as always, to check in tomorrow on Sunday Fun Day. And so I hope you'll be with me then. I hope you have a fantastic Sunday. Thanks for being here today. That'll do it. And the sun is still somewhat, not totally, entirely set. How about that? Over and out. Catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.